Alright, what is up guys? It is Robert of Gaming with Me, and welcome to another video of video game pickups. Last time we checked out my last 20 I picked up. This time is my next 20 that I've picked up. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. These videos end up being a little bit long, so let's just get straight into it. But I guess right before I get into it, have you seen this chart? Look at all those people that are watching and are not subscribed. Go click that subscribe button. What are you doing? My first game that I picked up was Resident Evil 6. PS4, PlayStation hits. It's unfortunate that it's a PlayStation hits. You know, I try to avoid these. I really do, if I'm being honest with you. Because I don't love the red case for the PS4. I have like probably 3 of them. But this game came out actually on the 7th gen console. So PS3, Xbox 360 and stuff. But they had a PS4 re-release, I guess, a port, and it included, I guess, it says all map and multiplayer DLC, but they put it as a PlayStation hits, which is stupid because it's not a PS4 PlayStation hit, it's a PS3 PlayStation hit. But whatever, sure. Look, I played a few Resident Evils. I played 7, 8, Umbrella Chronicles, Dark Side Chronicles, and 3 remake. And so I'm looking forward to playing 6. I've heard this one is very, very different from all of them. It's like an action movie on steroids, and I quite like that. That sounds pretty fun. It's controversial, I know, for people, but to me, look, given the fact we already have 7, 8, all that type of stuff, that sounds fun. Number 2 is Webbed for Nintendo Switch. This was a super rare games game, so I thought I'd pick it up because my good friend RetroDeath, go check out his channel. I'll put a link in below. I believe he had a video actually about Webbed. I have to look it up. I think that's where I heard about it. Well, I heard about it from him for sure, but I think he made a video on it. I'll try to find that, to be honest. And if it is, I'll put that in the link. But Webbed is a game where you play as a spider, and it's got a cool art style going on, and I'll play this actually really soon. I haven't played it yet, but I'm like maybe 5 games away from playing this game. I think I have a list of games in terms of what I'm playing, but Webbed is pretty damn close in terms of what I'll be playing soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Check out I think this is one of his favorite games of last year. I think I'd have to check. It's something, he made some type of video on it, but looking forward to it. Webbed. Third game I picked up was the SpongeBob movie. So technically it's the SpongeBob movie game, but you know, they I guess this is literally called the SpongeBob movie. I thought it was the SpongeBob movie, the video game, but it's not. It's just the SpongeBob movie. It's kind of false advertising. If I pick up the SpongeBob movie, I'm expecting a movie, not a game. But it's yeah, they got that. Oh, does it say on the back? It doesn't. It just, all right, this is false advertising. Hold on a second. The SpongeBob movie is not, all right, whatever. But I've always wanted to play this when I was young. I always wanted to play this when I was young, but I never fulfilled that fantasy. But I will one day, now that I actually own it. Bought it for the original Xbox. I guess we'll see, man. It's Play Magazine says it's a full-blown AAA platformer. That's some high praise for a licensed SpongeBob game. We'll have to see. But yes, I loved the SpongeBob movie. Funny enough, when I was young, I used to write, well, I wrote almost the entire script. I don't know why. I would literally play the movie, I would pause it, write down a line, play the movie, pause it, write down the next line. I know I have it written down somewhere. I didn't quite finish it, and I'm sure I misheard a bunch of lines and stuff, but I have that written down. I was a weird kid, I guess, but yeah, you know, I love my scripts and stuff, and I don't know, I wrote that, but I wanted to play the game one of these days. Fourth game I picked up was Excitebike 64. So this is Excitebike 4, the Nintendo 64. It's got the whole custom game cases. I got that for it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some of this. This is one of those games where you know, it's not like you could technically beat, I don't think. I know it's probably got some Grand Prix or something, but I'll definitely want to play some of that. There's apparently a track editor that sounds pretty cool. It's just one of these things that I gotta find time to just play some of it, just to at least experience this game on the Nintendo 64, which one of these days. I don't know when, but I have it in the collection now. One of these days, I'll just sit back on a day off and just enjoy some Excitebike 64. Check it out. See how it is. The 5th game I picked up was Devil May Cry HD Collection. I had to look real quick. Is it collection or HD collection? It is HD collection. This comes with Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening Special Edition. I do want to play this series, man. People love this series, apparently. And I would like to play them. I really would. I know a lot of them are very different from one another. And I know that 2 apparently is very bad, apparently. So I want to see why. And I'm even interested in playing that whole DMC Devil May Cry, because I'm curious as to why people think it's so disgusting, that game, and I'm curious as to why it is. And I think that's built by Ninja Theory. I believe I think that's Ninja Theory, the guys that did Hellblade, and they did Enslaved and stuff. So I would like to see their take on this series when I start to get into this series. One day, 1 year, 1 lifetime, I don't know. Number 6 game I picked up was A Short Hike. So I own this game on Steam. I played this on Steam last year, I believe. I loved this game. This was such a good ass game, man. It was fantastic. And this was super rare games, so it comes out obviously a nice little manual, and it also has, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing right there, or well, right there where I'm pointing. That's actually a part of it. I probably should grab it, but I'm not going to. And this is pretty cool, man. I wanted to get it. Once I saw there was a physical copy of it, I was like, hell's yeah, let me pick this up. I love this game. This is fantastic. It's got a beautiful art style, and it's one that you could play in one sitting. And then it's just nice to just kind of explore that world and do some more stuff after you even finish the game. And it's not even about it's about the journey, to this peak. And I really like that. I thought that was really cool. It is exactly what the title says. It is a short hike, and it's one that I really, really enjoyed a lot. The 7th game I picked up was Mario Party 7. Whoa, 7th game? I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that. I didn't mean to do that. Mario Party 7 for the Nintendo GameCube. I own 6 and 7 now for GameCube. I believe there's 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I want to own all the Mario Parties, which reminds me I should probably pick up Super Mario Party sometime. It's odd, I own like every other Mario Party in terms of the modern consoles, but I don't own Super Mario Party. It's a little weird. It would be weird to not have that as part of the collection, and I might as well at least play it one of these days. And I'm sure maybe I'll wait a little longer. I'm sure it'll get cheaper over the time on eBay. But 7 apparently is really good. All the GameCube games apparently really damn good, so I do want to play this one and I just check it out, see how it is. It's one of those games where, again, I'll probably just play on my own time. Although I think there is a story mode, and that's very cool. So if I can experience all the boards in like a story mode type thing, that could be fun. That could be very, very, very fun. And I always play Mario Party games alone, so it's just how it is. A Mario Solo Party for me. The 8th game I picked up was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing with Banjo-Kazooie. I feel like this is the definitive version. It's got to be, because it's got a Banjo-Kazooie. It's also on PS3 and I think the Wii. It's got to be on the Wii. I'm pretty sure it is. But this is a game that I remember playing a lot of the demo of on my stepdad's Xbox 360, because I didn't own an Xbox 360 during that time. I almost did, but not yet. And I remember playing a decent amount of this demo. It's a Sonic game. I was always interested in picking it up. But a Sega also. Now, as I'm older, I more so think of not really Sonic, but all the other characters in there. I'm like, that would be fun to check out these different courses based on different Sega properties. That sounds fucking awesome. And I just never picked it up, man. I just don't know what happened. But yeah, you could play as the exclusive Banjo-Kazooie character, which is very, very cool. And you could race with your Xbox Live avatar, which I would not do. But I think that's very, very cool. I don't know if this is actually backwards compatible for the Series X. Something later on will be, which I'll talk about that. But yeah, this is cool. This has to be the definitive version, just for the simple fact that it's got another character like Banjo-Kazooie. The whole cover is different, literally featuring, with Banjo-Kazooie. Like, that's super cool. That's super damn cool. So One of these days I'll have to play this, man. It's tough when there's so many single player games, but there's a lot of these, like, you know, games that you don't really beat, that you just, you know, you just play. You play to enjoy. And gotta make some time for that. I gotta find a little, maybe a day. I gotta on one of my days off, I gotta have a day where I just, not a day, but like a, you know, set aside a few hours where I could just play games like this, where I just enjoy them weekly. And I gotta do that one of these days, semi-soon, man. The 9th game I picked up was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the original Xbox. And yes, this is... Oh, it's still in my Xbox right now. This is the game for back of the backlog that you'll be seeing very, 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 very soon. And yeah, I'm not going to say what I thought about it because I'm going to tell you about it. But I own this game on PC. I own it on Steam. So I technically own it 3 times. I own it for... Oh. Do I own San Andreas? Okay, so hold on. I own San Andreas. Hold on. I own San Andreas on the PS2, just the disc. I own San Andreas on Xbox. I think I have a digital download on 360. I might be wrong with that. That might have come with Games of Gold at one year. I own it on PC twice. Damn, I didn't realize I owned San Andreas that many times. So why did I go with this one? Well, I wanted to play on a console, and I wasn't gonna play the PS2 version because I was like, well, I could get the. I don't even have the case for the series for the PS2 version. Like it was a hand-me-down, so I was like, well, I do want to play San Andreas, and I would like to have the case, so I'll just pick it up on the original Xbox. It's gonna be a better version, and yeah. So I was like, well, let me pick it up on the Xbox. It's going to be cheap, and it was. And I thought about doing the definitive edition, but then, you know, how that happened. So I was like, all right, well, I'll pick it up on Xbox, and here we are today. I like the case. And by the way, that game is not backwards compatible for the 360 even, because if you put it in the Xbox 360, it will play the Xbox 360 version. It's very fucked up, I think. It doesn't make any sense. The only way you can play that Xbox version, the original Xbox version, is on an original Xbox. That's bizarre. It's super bizarre. When you put it in the backwards compatible for Xbox 360, aka it should just play the Xbox original game because it's playing from the disc, essentially. No, it actually plays the Xbox 360 version, which is a mobile port, which apparently isn't the best version to play. And it's like, come on, man. Same thing with the Series X. You put that in there, plays the mobile version. It's like, what the fuck? Damn shame. 10th game I picked up was Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure. This is a series that I'm actually like super interested in. Because if you know me about Pokemon games, I'm not like of a biggest fan of Pokemon games. I'm not like, oh my god, my first game I ever beat was Sword. I've played more spin-offs than mainline games. That will change one day. But as for spin-offs, I think this is like Pokemon is such an interesting franchise that you could do literally anything with. You know what I mean? There's so many different characters. You could do whatever you want. You can make any different genre. And this is like an adventure mini-game type thing. And that sounds fucking awesome to me. it's a, you know, you got the story mode where you play as Pikachu, I believe, but the actual things you're doing are like mini games, and it reminds me of maybe Rayman Raving Rabbids. You know, I love that game. I love mini game collection games that feature a story mode, and I believe this is what it is. It's like intertwined within the story, and that sounds pretty damn awesome. So I own 1 and 2. I have to rebuy 2 because it doesn't actually work. Thanks, GameStop. I don't buy from GameStop anymore. Every time I was like, oh, you know, fine, I'll go pick up some games from GameStop. I learned my lesson because what a waste of money. I bought a bunch of games in not the greatest condition. I could have gotten cheaper for eBay. And Poke Park Wii 2 doesn't even fucking work, so I have to buy that again. Great. But this does work. The 11th game I picked up was Oddworld Munchie's Odyssey. Can you see what it was in? Yeah, all right, there you go. This is, I was going to say this is a super rare games, but no, it's not. This is just a game that came out physically. The reason I picked up this game, well, one, I want to play the Oddworld games. They seem super up my alley. But I also picked up this version specifically over the original Xbox version, just because, oh my god, I just realized, is the original Xbox version backwards compatible with Series X? I'm going to be actually a little annoyed if it is. I'm going to look that up real quick. I just looked it up. It is backwards compatible with the Series X. okay. But however, I could be wrong, but I think this is widescreen and stuff, and I don't know if the Series X one does like widescreen and stuff. I'll have to look. This is a straight up port essentially of it's. I don't even think it's remastered. Like I think it's legit a port. Well, I guess it's technically remastered, right? You know, it's upscale. You know, you play it in 1080p or 720p, whatever it has it on Switch. So I think it'd be fine regardless. Because I was just looking up Series X gameplay and it has black bars as if it's still 480p. So I'm a little confused at that, to be honest with you. But perhaps I'll pick up the Xbox version when I actually get to this game. I'm a little conflicted now. All right. I wasn't expecting that revelation while recording. The 12th game I picked up was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Now, this is a game that did get a Series X enhancement, and you can run it at 60 frames per second now with this game, which I didn't know this game wasn't already 60, to be honest with you. But you can play as Danica Patrick and Wreck-It Ralph. I didn't know that. Well, no, I did know that. Actually, I take that back. My bad. I just lied. But yeah, so you got that. I was so tempted to just buy it on Wii U because like I haven't bought a Wii U game in ages, in literal I think years now. I don't have a lot of Wii U games left on my list. I probably have maybe 7 or something like that max. So I do want to pick up some Wii U games that are third party like this, but then I saw the Series X enhancement. I was like, damn man, I wouldn't mind playing on Series X at 60 frames. I might as well. But I'll probably double dip and pick it up on Wii U so I can play with my good friends Clocked It and RetroDeath, because I kind of forgot that they owned it on there. I was like, shit, I already bought it, and I don't mind. It's cheap on Wii U, so it's not like it's like, oh my god, it's a $60 game on Wii U too. No, well, not two. This wasn't $60, but you know. What are the odds of buying both Sonic racing games? Not very high at all. So that's pretty crazy to me, isn't it? But hey, we own it. I own it. Again, another game that I can't believe I didn't own this. I can't believe I didn't own this game. But somehow, you gotta pick and choose when you're 14. When this came out, I think I was 13. So it was like, you gotta pick and choose. So I don't have to really pick and choose at the age of 23 though. So there you go. The 13th game I picked up was the Super Rare Mixtape Volume 4. If you notice, I've been picking up pretty much all these. I have the first. Well, no, I don't have the first one. I'm gonna have to pick that up on secondhand probably. But I own 2, 3, 4. I love these, man. I think these are so cool, and these are also games where I don't know when I'll have the time to play them, but I own them. And look, one day I'll get to some of these. And a lot of these are really short games, so you kind of blast through maybe a few of them in a day or something. But they're probably, a lot of them are going to be pretty damn cool indie experiences that are forever physical on a mixtape, that a USB that you plug into your PC, and it's straight off there. You don't have to download anything. It's just all there, and that is just super damn cool. I love that they're doing this. They do more. I'm gonna keep buying them because I just want to support stuff like this. It goes into a lot of the pockets of those developers. I think that's very, very cool. So, Super Rare Mixtape Volume 4. 14th game, I think it's the 14th game I picked up. This is Anno Mutation. You see it? It's a nice design. But this was from Limited Run. I never heard of this game. But I anytime they send me emails of like games that they got in stock that they're putting up or they're gonna have limited runs of, I at least look them up to see like if it's something I would be interested in playing. It's a game I'm interested in playing, man. It's like a cyberpunk, I think, mystery sort of thing, but it's like a side scroller. So, but it's cool. The backgrounds are all like 3D. She's all kind of pixelated. It looks pretty badass, and I'm like, yeah, I'll pick it up. This looks dope. This looks like this could be a fun time. I've heard some good things about it, so I'm like, all right, we'll play it. And this is actually a game I am going to play pretty soon. So, yeah, I'll see what it's like. I'll let you know one day. Maybe not. The 15th game I picked up is Pokemon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. We got a couple 64 games today, or this time. And I love that cartridge. It's like you see, it's like gray and gold, and you got the manual there. Another custom game cases. I love how this comes out all the time. And this, I think this is so crazy to me because this is made by EAD. Like this is the Mario team, the Zelda team making a Pokemon game, and I'm very interested to see like what that means for Pokemon. Like, I mean, 64 was a different era, but they were still making classics then. They were only making classics, fucking 64, Ocarina of Time and stuff. So I'm curious what some of their teams, some of the developers over there were doing with the Pokemon franchise. I'm very, very curious. This is the second one. I'll pick up the first one too, probably, because I end up buying sequels to games that I never play the first one of, and what if I don't enjoy the first one? But I still picked up the second one, so I'll probably play it anyway. 16th game I picked up is Foreclosed for the PlayStation 5. This case sucks, man. Look at this case. What a damn shame. You can see it's cracked there, and it's also missing some shit there. Like, man. This was from eBay, and it was like fine. It looked fine in the picture, but clearly during shipping or something it got fucked up. And this is a game that is cool, man. This was a good game. I played this game only a few weeks ago, and maybe a week ago actually. I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Well, it doesn't matter. But regardless, I played this game. Cool game. Like a cyberpunk world where it's like a third-person shooter, but it's in a comic book-esque style where literally you'll have like different panels you're going through and stuff. I thought it was very, very cool. The presentation is the best thing about this game. The art style is fantastic. The music's really good actually too. But it was good, man. I saw some mixed reviews on it, but I still wanted to go ahead with it and try it out for myself to see what I think. And I enjoyed what I played, man. I really did. I think the clunkiest thing about this game is the actual aiming and stuff for the shooting. Sensitivity is way too fucking high for some reason, and I feel like these developers didn't quite know how to make a third-person shooter in terms of the aiming. So that is quite clunky, but you get over it as time goes on, and I enjoy the game. It's a fun game, solid game. You want something with a cool mystery or atmosphere, I would recommend it. I think it's a good game. If you could deal with some jankiness here and there, I would recommend it. Foreclosed, cool game. The 17th game I picked up was Super Sammy Roll. This was also a limited run game. It's not that it was actually a limited run game. They were just publishing it, I believe. So they made a physical copy of this. I looked it up. I was like, hey man, 3D platformer sounds pretty cool. The art style is very minimalistic, you could say, and but looks clean. And you use your tongue to kind of just platform. So you're like gripping onto stuff and you're rolling. And like in the title, Super Sammy Roll. This is also a game I'm going to play semi-soon, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it is. But I've heard good things about it. I saw the one video from Nitro Rad. He did a video on it, and he loved this fucking game. So I'm very curious as to how it is. I love me some 3D platformers. Whenever there's a 3D platformer and it looks good, I gotta support it. So here it is, physical copy of it. Gotta support my indies. Gotta support some cool 3D platformer ideas. The 18th game I picked up was Necro Barista Final Pour. This was a super rare game. So it's got the manual and all that, which is always nice. This just looks interesting to me because I heard about this game through, I believe, an Indie Direct, which there's one going on in a few minutes, or I guess no, it's an hour from now or something. This looks pretty cool, man. This looks pretty cool. This is like a visual novel / mystery type thing, and it says there's also like free roaming sections and first person. So I'm so curious what that means. But I really enjoyed a lot the Famicom Detective Club stuff, and I really enjoyed the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I absolutely loved both of those. So technically 4 games. Those 4 games. And I'm new to visual novels, and so when I see something that's I used to kind of like back off of visual novels, but now if I see something that's interesting, that's more mystery type thing. This is like a Necro Barista, so I think you're talking to people from the dead and stuff. That sounds pretty cool. About something about letting go. I don't 100% know. And I also did play apparently World's End Club is considered a visual novel, so I also played that. But it doesn't matter. So this is sounds pretty cool. I want to check it out. One of these days, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out when I'll play it. I don't know. I'm not sure because I think this came out 2020. So I'm not really going to go back to play this for quite a while, if I'm being honest with you. The 19th game I picked up was the Conduit 2 Limited Edition. Yeah, buddy. What a cover, man. What a oh, this comes with a poster, I think. Oh no, artwork book. What a cover. Look at this. What a badass cover. It's so loud. It's such a loud cover, you know what I mean? Like a very, very loud cover. But it's this limited edition comes with unlockable gold destroyer armor, unlockable Eye of RAASA, and a 44-page art book. I wanted to, when I was looking up Conduit 2, it showed that, and I was like, all right, well, I will pick up the limited edition because it's like the only thing people are selling. And I was like, all right, sure, I'll pick it up. It's it was only like a few dollars more than the base game. So I was like, well, I'll pick up this limited edition because might as well. It's only a few dollars more. I get a little art book work. Jesus, you know what I'm saying. And if I enjoy it, I got it. The artwork book. Cool. Admittedly, a lot of this game was about the online multiplayer, and I can't quite play that anymore. I'm sure there's some fan servers that are up, maybe, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to check that out, but it's not quite the heyday of Conduit 2 where I was able to play like that. So that's definitely a shame, because if you look right now, it says epic single-player campaign across the globe, which apparently the single-player is a lot better than the first one, which I'll find out one year. But then it talks about unlock weapons, characters, deep 12-player multiplayer, and intense split-screen co-op and competitive combat. 3 out of the 4 of those are for the multiplayer, so I guess that was a big staple for it. But I still want to play the single player, see how it is. If you know me, I like my first person shooters. I like to just still try them out and play them. I do enjoy my first person shooters. The 20th game, the last game I picked up so far, has been Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the original PlayStation. Now this is a game that I technically own, just the disc of. Jesus, what the fuck? Okay, this is the game that I technically own a disc of, but it doesn't quite work 100% anymore. It stops working at some points. Like you could kind of play the whole game, but then there's like, I think it's like the arcade mode. I forget, but me and my sister used to play this game so often when we were younger. Again, it was a hand-me-down from my uncle, and I absolutely loved the Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It was my favorite Mortal Kombat until I got back into that series and played Mortal Kombat X. Then after that, I just love Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X is my favorite so far. But Mortal Kombat Trilogy, hell of a game. I love the aggressiveness of the older Mortal Kombat games where you have the way they punch and the sound effects where it goes, like the aggressiveness of it is very brutal. Even though it's not as detailed as like the newer games, the aggressiveness is something that is very much appreciated in these older titles. The roster is massive because it is actually, I didn't know this is actually like the final version of Mortal Kombat 3. So Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I guess, makes sense. I didn't really know that. But yeah, it's like the final version of that. You were able to play so many different characters. Me and my sister used to love play. There was this part where, I don't even think you would do it. You would watch them do like babalities. So they turn into babies and shit. It was hilarious. They do, instead of killing them, they do some type of move and then they turn them into babies and they go, haha, they laugh at them. It's so funny. And what a great game. Fantastic game. And yeah, it was my favorite until Mortal Kombat X, but now I actually have it with a case. It actually works, and that's awesome. So I'm very, very happy to have this now. And also, this is the greatest hits edition. When it comes to the original PlayStation, I try to avoid somewhat, but I really don't mind picking up greatest hits because if you look on the side, you got the little bit of the green, but it's not like the whole thing's changed. This still is a PlayStation game. It looks very PlayStation-like. The green doesn't bother me on the side, so I don't mind that at all. And as for a fighting game wise, there weren't updates. You couldn't download updates. This was the update. So this is like the most complete version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So cool. And there you have it. That is 20 games. It's been a few months since we recorded the last one, so we'll see how long it takes for me to pick up another 18 games because I already picked up 2. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know, what are some of your recent video game pickups? Pick up any new games, any old games, any in-between games, you know, like from a couple years ago, nothing too old. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah. See you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. And enjoy gaming, man. Enjoy all the games in the world, because there's a lot of them. And goddamn, do I want to play a lot of them. I'm going to have to clone myself. One day. I'm going to clone myself. Peace.
Let me just vibe. I said, let me just ride. I said, let me just vibe. I said, I'm driving around the town, my aux plugged in the radio, keeping me entertained from my mind is feeling so crazy, yo. I'm just using music, looping, abusing, losing control of being